Alright, today we are doing something very special. We are going to rank all of the One Piece arcs, chat. I'm excited. I was debating on whether or not I should do this until after I've caught up fully, but I have like 5 episodes left, so let's jump into it. Alright, so I do have more than 5 episodes. I think I have like 11 episodes until I'm fully caught up, but you know, what's the difference? I don't have, much to say, so let's jump into it. I'm excited. We're starting off with Romance Dawn. First 4 episodes, pretty good. I feel like, there's not much to say. It was the beginning of the show. It introduced me to what was going to be my favorite character, so we're just going to put it in, like, mid slash okay tier. It wasn't, a peak, but it wasn't that, awful either. Orange Town, I guess it's probably just going to have to go in, like, the mid okay tier as well. I don't have much to say about Orange Town. I really do love Buggy. The minute I saw Buggy, I really, knew that he was going to be one of my favorite characters. I wish he kind of came around more though, but we'll get down to more. We'll talk more about Buggy when we get down to Impel Down and Marineford and stuff like that. But next up, Syrup Village. I'm not gonna lie, the moment I saw Usopp, I hated him. I couldn't stand him. I watched I want to say about like the first probably 60 episodes with Kameha like in flesh. We both watched it, not, he already had been almost caught up by that point, but I didn't like Usopp, bro. I didn't like Usopp as a character. I didn't like the villain of the arc, the hypnotizing guy. What is his name? It's slipping my tongue. Me and Donnie just talked about him. Whatever, it is what it is. But next up we got the Baratier. I'm not gonna lie at all. The Baratier was actually really good. I actually like. I super like. I really enjoyed like everything that happened in the Baratier. It introduces you to like Mihawk and just like the warlords and everything, and showing you that like there's people that are just gonna shit on the Straw Hats at this point. Sanji getting on the Mary was very emotional scene, and I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. um Now, after this, we're going to get to a part where I stopped wanting to watch One Piece, and it took me about probably like 3 or 4 months to get through, um, up until about like Water 7. Like up until about Water 7, I just didn't want to watch One Piece. So we're gonna call this the hate watch era. We're gonna start off with Arlong Park. I did hate watch Arlong Park, but it was still fire, so we're gonna put it in really good. Logetown, it was okay, but like I said, I hate watched it, so we're gonna put that in hate watch. Reverse Mountain wasn't bad. It was like okay. I don't even know if I could put it in the okay. I'm just gonna put it in bad. I'm not gonna lie, it was just not for me at the time. Like I said, I was really just not enjoying wanting to watch like One Piece. I just like kind of wanted to give up, and I saw like how far along I was in the short amount of time, and I realized like this is nothing compared to how many episodes are actually in the fucking show. So yeah, it really did not make me want to watch it. Whiskey Peak is next. We're just gonna put it in bad as well. Like I said, I didn't enjoy it. Maybe it was because I hate watched it, but I don't know. Maybe if I went back and watched it, I would enjoy it more. I'm being honest with you guys. Yeah, Little Garden. Little Garden was okay. I guess it wasn't bad. I did have a few laughs in Little Garden, so I'm gonna put it in the mid okay tier. I mean, I don't have much to say about it. Um, I'm gonna have to like go like really in depth after like Water 7. But Drum Island, actually really enjoyed Drum Island. I really just enjoyed Chopper's backstory. Seeing that did make me kind of want to start grinding like the show again. But then we got to Alabasta, and we'll get there in a second. But like Drum Island, bro, something about it just made me so sad in like real time, like in real life. I just was like so sad, watching Chopper's backstory and just everything that was going on at the time in like of my life watching that show. It was just like a really weird point, but I did really enjoy Drum Island. Now we get to Alabasta, and I'm not gonna lie, I hate watched Alabasta as well. I was trying so hard to not enjoy it. It just blinded me to all the good things that were actually in Alabasta. Like the first time you see Crocodile and freaking Luffy fight, that shit was low-key hard. I'm not gonna lie, it was low-key kind of fire. Okay, but I didn't appreciate it at the time of watching it. So I don't have much to say about it. I mean, Alabasta was hard. If there is going to be a day like when One Piece does the reanimation for the whole show, I am going to go back and rewatch some of these arcs and some of like the best episodes of these arcs, because I just, I didn't want to watch One Piece. I didn't really care for it. Like by the time I got to Alabasta, like I said, I was hate watching. I was just not trying to enjoy it at all. It was a rough time. It was a rough time trying to get through all of it. I mean, at this point, I was already 100 episodes in. I was just thinking about quitting. That's all I wanted to do. I didn't want to finish it. There was other things that I wanted to watch, other things I wanted to see and stuff like that. But I don't know. Alabasta, pretty hard. I don't have much to say, dude. Like it's bad. We're already like what, freaking 3, 6, 9. We're already freaking 11 arcs in pretty much, and I have like nothing to really say about them because I didn't want to watch the show. But now we get to Jaya, and I can't put Jaya in really good, but I also can't put it in hate watch. Jaya was cool. It was cool. I did enjoy some parts of Jaya. I enjoyed the part with Blackbeard, of course. The first time Luffy meets Blackbeard and the Straw Hats kind of meet Blackbeard. I did enjoy that. I really did enjoy that. So I'm going to put it at the top of mid/okay. We're going to go through at the end, and we're going to actually fully rearrange these to what I think are like, each go down each tier and stuff like that. But all right, now we're on to Skypiea, and Skypiea was another arc that I just hate watched. I'm not going to lie though, like seeing Skypiea and some of the scenes in Skypiea. I recently watched the Skypiea movie just because I was bored one day, and like re-seeing the story of Skypiea. Skypiea is low-key fire. Okay, the story itself is low-key hard. Okay, everybody from like, oh my gosh, what's his name? Oh, the liar. Like everybody called him Liar. The guy. God, bro, it's terrible. I'm blanking right now, but I'm putting myself on the spot, so I'm sorry. I'm not good on the spot. As you guys know from my shorts, sometimes I blank out. But like everything in the story of Skypiea was very great. The reason I don't really like Skypiea, the reason I don't really like Enel is because of you guys. I'm sorry, but Enel doesn't have armament and Enel doesn't have conquerors. He's not doing shit now. Okay, he has observation. Don't get me wrong. He does have observation. Okay, they call it mantra, but dude, he's not. Like, Smoker's beating him. Smoker has armament. Enel can't hit Smoker, but Smoker can hit Enel. Automatically, it makes it so Smoker can beat Enel. I'm sorry. You debate with the wall, bro. Debate with the wall. Okay, I'm sorry. But Enel is not all that. Okay, he got beat by pre-time skip Luffy. I get it that, Luffy's Devil Fruit was a direct counter, but he got beat by pre-time skip Luffy. I'm not gonna lie. Zoro's beating him now. Freaking Sanji's beating him now. Like, Jinbei's beating him. Okay, I'm sorry. But, Enel was a good villain for the time of the show. He thought that he was a god and that, he wasn't going to be able to be stopped. But then, fucks around and finds out by little ass Luffy. Alright, now we're on the Long Ring Longland. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm going to put it at like the back of mid/okay. It was okay. Foxy was funny. Seeing Luffy and Foxy fight, that was like the boxing match with Afro Luffy and everything. That was funny. It did have me laughing at times, but I just, it was just an okay time. It was just after Skypiea is when I really started to not want to watch the show, and you're gonna see, within the next few arcs that my whole mindset of this shit flipped. But I don't have much to say about Long Ring Longland. I'm sorry. Foxy was cool. He was okay. I liked his laugh. Fee 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 fee. I fucked with Foxy's laugh. I'm not gonna lie. It was just okay. Now we get to Water 7, and we're gonna put Water 7 at the top of Hate Watched. I'm actually gonna move Lobetown to the bottom of Hate Watched, but Water 7, I didn't want to watch it anymore. Okay? I did not want to watch it anymore. I hate watched everything in Water 7. up until about the sea train, like right before they were about to get on the sea train. I'm trying to think of like the exact episode. I think it was like 250, 259, 260 maybe. Like around there, like from 258 to like 262. Somewhere around there is when I actually really started enjoying it. But there was an episode where Usopp is trying to fix the Mary, and the spirit of the ship is like sitting there talking to him or whatever, and we're not talking to him, but you know what I mean. And Usopp is just like banging on the ship, trying to fix it the entire episode, like pretty much the entire episode. It was right before Frankie's backstory, I believe, and I didn't want to watch it. No, it was right before CP9 showed up to Frankie's thing. Yeah, it was like right around there, and I'm sorry, but it took me 3 weeks to get through that one episode. I'd turn it on, watch about 2 minutes of it, turn it off. Turn it on 2 days later, watch about a few minutes of it, turn it off. I couldn't do it, bro. I couldn't do it. Watching Usopp trying to fucking fix the Mary wanted me to, like, it actually made me want to quit the show. I hated it. I hated it so much. Just seeing Usopp just made me want to quit the show. But to rewind a little bit, at the beginning of Water 7, the whole Usopp leaving the crew part, I actually did kind of enjoy. So yeah, I actually did kind of enjoy seeing like Usopp leave the crew, and like people like Zoro just being like, man, fuck him if he wants to leave, if he wants to give up, fuck him, blah blah blah, and everybody else is like, oh, you can't let Sanji leave, you can't let Usopp leave, you can't let Usopp leave. And, you know, Zoro's just like, I'm riding with whatever Luffy says. If Luffy wants to fight him and fuck him up, go right ahead. Like, you know, I just thought that was pretty cool. But I don't know, man. Once we started getting to the sea train and stuff like that, and seeing Frankie's fight with the one CP9 member, I started to enjoy Water 7 around that part. But now we get to Enies Lobby, and we're putting Enies Lobby in peak. I'm sorry, but Enies Lobby made me fall in love with the show. I watched every episode from about Skypiea to, like I said, around like that 260-ish range. But the minute Enies Lobby came on, the beginning was a little bit slow of Enies Lobby, like, it was just a little bit slow for me. But the minute they started, like, just everything, when they were standing there facing the fucking Enies Lobby, and they were all sitting there just looking at Robin, and Robin's looking back at him crying like, I don't want to live, I don't want to live, and fucking Frankie's there, and Chopper, and just fucking Soba Mask, you know what I'm saying, freaking ready to shoot the fucking flag down. Everything was just so fire. And she's just like, you know, that minute that Robin's just like, I want to live, and Luffy's like, that's all I needed to hear. Fucking Autobots roll out, and everybody's just like, everybody just gets so excited. And me, I was just sitting there like, oh my god, what have I been thinking? This is peak. This is the greatest show I've ever seen. Like, bro, just sitting there watching it, it just had me so just excited. Like right now, just talking about it, I mean, everything. And then you see all the fights with the CP9 members and the Straw Hats, and you see Zoro versus Kaku for the first time, and you know, Kaku's over here like, you know, oh, I'm the best swordsman in the CP0, or the CP9, blah, 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 I'm the best swordsman in the CP9, and then he's just going toe-to-toe with fucking Zoro, and then you see Sanji versus, oh, I'm blanking on the dude's name. I can picture him, but it is what it is. You see the Sanji fighting, what is it, did he fight the wolf guy? Sanji fought the wolf guy? Or no? I don't remember, but fucking, you just see all of them fighting, and then you see, like, Luffy just fucking trying to get to, Robin, and he's following her, and when he uses Gear 3 for the first time, but you don't see it. But then, oh my gosh, before that, when Luffy goes Gear 2 for the first time, and he's fighting Bluno, and Bluno's like, yeah, you know, I'm tough, like, I'm the fourth strongest, or whatever he said when he did the ranking, and you just see Luffy go Gear 2 for the first time. The way that episode ended had me like, I gotta watch the next one. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, I have to watch the next one, bro. I don't give a fuck what time it is. And I mean, just all of it, bro, all of it. And he's like, Bluno's just standing there just looking at him, and freaking, you just see fucking Luffy just fucking one-shot him pretty much, bro. Like, he was just darting all over. Oh god, so fire, bro. Such a peak stuff, bro. Peak stuff. Post Enies Lobby was alright. It was cool to see Garp. It was cool to see, you know, Kobe and Helmeppo again. It was cool to learn who Luffy's father was and stuff like that, and you find out, you know, Dragon was the one who saved him on Loketown. So we're gonna put it in really good for right now. Like I said, I'm gonna go back and rearrange it, but Post Enies Lobby was cool. I really enjoyed Lore Piece the most, so watching Post Enies Lobby was kind of fire. But now we get on to Thriller Bark. Okay, hot take. This is my personal opinion. I'm sorry. A lot of people hate Thriller Bark, but I actually really enjoyed it. I'm putting Thriller Bark at great. I'm sorry, but I really enjoyed Thriller Bark, all of it. A lot. Maybe it was like being all hyped up watching Enies Lobby and watching Post Enies Lobby and stuff like that. But I really, really, really did enjoy Thriller Bark. The beginning of it was funny, and I think that seeing that and everybody telling me that it was just going to be such an awful arc and such a terrible like part of the show and stuff like that, and like, oh, you know, you see the best arc in all of One Piece and then you see the worst arc in all of One Piece. Well, I didn't really think that. I didn't think that at all. Watching Thriller Bark, like I said, it was funny. It just had some good moments, some great Luffy moments, some great Zoro moments. I mean, of course, like, you know, nothing happened. Like, that shit was hard. That was probably like one of the greatest scenes in One Piece. Just the way, you know, Sanji's just looking at Zoro after everything happened with well, after nothing happened actually. And I mean, just seeing that like Zoro and Sanji were both fighting after Luffy gets beat by, or after Luffy beats Gecko Moria, and you know, he's all exhausted and stuff like that, and you see Kuma show up, and you know, Sanji and Zoro are fighting each other to take the pain for Luffy. You know what I'm saying? So just like seeing that and seeing how like the Straw Hats rode for Luffy, it was just fire. It was great. I really enjoyed it. Seeing Hogback, like, and Chopper's interactions, like, that was cool. Like, because, you know, they were like, oh, you know, he's like my favorite doctor, he went missing and stuff like that, and then Chopper gets to actually meet him and find out, you know, he's pretty much a villain. And oh my god, Brook, Thriller Bark introduced us to Brook, bro. Brook was fucking fire, bro. Yo, like, bro, that shit was tough. They did like the part where you see the Sunny going past Brook's ship. You know what I'm saying? And they're just looking over and they're like, is that a fucking skeleton? And you know, you see his ghosts in it, like you see Perono's ghosts in the ship and everything, and you know, fucking they Luffy's like, as soon as he sees that Brook can like talk and stuff, he's like, hey, you want to join my crew? And everybody's looking at him like, no, what are you doing? You don't know him. And then like you know, Brook comes to be one of like the best Straw Hats and the best written Straw Hats. He has, you know, some flaws. Brook has some flaws, and he's definitely still one of my favorite Straw Hats. I really did enjoy when Brook came into the show, bro. Just Thriller Bark, something about it I really enjoyed. And I don't know, you know, a lot of people, like I said, it's a hot take nowadays because a lot of people hated Thriller Bark, but that was just me. I really enjoyed it. All right, but now we're on the Sabaody Archipelago. I'm putting it in great. Okay, short, sweet, got to the point, showed you that the Straw Hats are not ready for the New World at all. They're not ready, just at all. I mean, they got fucked up bad. Like, bad. They got fucked up. And, like, at the time, you know, seeing Luffy, like, they first get there, and, you know, Kamey's there, and they're trying to just work around everything. You know, you meet Law and Kid and everybody for the first time. You meet Rayleigh, all that stuff. Like, it was very cool. It was like a great time. Like I said, short, sweet. It got to the point. It gave you a message. It provided on that message, meaning, you know, being that the Straw Hats were not ready. They just weren't fucking prepared. So seeing, like, you know, everything from the auction. I mean, like, the auction was fucking gas. I'm sorry, but when Hachion is on the ground and Luffy's like looking at him like, bro, this fucking stupid ass Celestial Dragon just shot my fucking friend. I'm not letting that shit slide. Like, I don't give a fuck. I'll go to war. I fucking go to war. And he's just like sitting there and he's like talking to him. And Hachion's like, don't do it, bro. Don't do it. Don't engage. Do not engage. Like, Luffy, stop. You know what I'm saying? The sun's getting real low. And you just see Luffy with the most menacing walk down, bro. The closest walk down I can think of in One Piece to, like, Luffy's walking down of that Celestial Dragon was, what was his name? St. Charlos? Something like that, right? But the closest walk down I can think of is when Shanks walked down Kid in Shanks vs. Kid. Back to Sabaody, when Luffy walked down the fucking Celestial Dragon, and it just, like, he fucking clocked him. They hit him with the 3 repeat, you know what I'm saying? The 3 angled fucking One Piece, you know, anime repeat or whatever. And it just showed him just fucking us, one shot. You know what I'm saying? Bro, it was fucking amazing. It was amazing. I was sitting there on the edge of my seat like, let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. I'm like, Kamehameha, wake up. Look, motherfucker. Like I said, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning when I'm watching this at sometimes. So I'm like, motherfucker, he punched him. He punched him. I'm shaking Kamehameha. I'm like, wake up, bitch, wake up. And you know, he wakes up and he gets all excited with me and stuff. But, I mean, just seeing that shit, it just made me just fall in love with One Piece. After that, I mean, I don't think there was a bad arc in the show, me personally. We'll get to Fishman, but we'll get to Fishman when we get there. Amazon Lily. I liked Amazon Lily. I didn't think it was bad. I didn't think it was too good. I mean, there wasn't much to really say. I'm gonna put it like the top of mid and okay. Mid/okay. I don't have much to say about Amazon Lily. I mean, Boa was really cool. I enjoyed Boa and stuff like that. And the part where they're in the shower, like the tub thing, and Luffy's like, you know, Boa hits him with the beam, and Luffy's like, oh shit, it's the slow beam. And he's like, you know, wait, I could still move. And then she does it again, and he's like, what? Oh, I could still move. And like that part had me dying, bro. I had to run that shit back like 3 or 4 times. But yeah, I mean, Amazon Lily wasn't bad. One thing I will say is that I regret not watching the filler in that like time between Sabaody and like, you know, Marineford. There was like a few filler episodes in there that I really wish I watched. I watched the Friends Whereabouts episodes, but I mean, I didn't really care too much about most of them. I mean, seeing Robin and the Revolutionary, that army, like, that was really cool. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed Zoro and Mihawk a lot. Sanji being on Ivankov's island, it was okay. I didn't think of it too much. I mean, like I said, it was just okay. I think that was actually post-war when that stuff was going on, like when it was showing all those. I can't really remember. Like I was okay. I didn't mind it that much. But yeah, now we get to Impel Down, and I'm putting Impel Down at the top of really good for right now. But bro, Impel Down, let me tell you about fucking Bon Clay, bro. Bon Clay, the fucking GOAT. The fucking GOAT of One Piece, bro. If it wasn't for Bon Clay, the whole fucking shit wouldn't have happened, bro. Luffy wouldn't have been able to do half the shit he's doing right now if it wasn't for the MVP of Impel Down, Bon Clay, bro. Mr. 2, Bon Clay. I can't say it enough, bro. I didn't hate Bon Clay as a character, but I really didn't enjoy him when, you know, Baroque Works and stuff like that was first, like, getting shown. And when he was on the ship, when he was on the Mary, and, you know, he's like swapping into everybody and showing everybody what he can do, and he was dancing. I'm like, I didn't give a fuck about Bon Clay. I'm going to be honest. I didn't care at all. But seeing Bon Clay, like, just sit here, and Bon Clay and Buggy and Mr. 3 and, you know, all these people, and Crocodile. I mean, I'll get to Crocodile in a minute. But seeing all these people, like, ride for Luffy, kind of, it was amazing. You know, Luffy gets to Impel Down, and like seeing like Magellan and stuff like that. Like Magellan he was a good villain. He was a good villain for the arc. I'm not gonna lie, like Magellan was cool. I wish he didn't have to shit every 5 seconds, but Magellan was pretty cool. Seeing all the stuff that was going down, and I mean, like, you get to see Blackbeard and stuff, but I'm not there yet. Just seeing all the stuff that was going down in Impel Down at the time, it was great. It was fucking great. I really enjoyed it. Then you get to, like, you know, when Luffy gets to the bottom and he sees, like, he meets Crocodile again, and he breaks out Crocodile, and he breaks out Jinbei. Like, you know, Jinbei was just like, oh, fuck yeah, I'm going to save Ace. Oh, you're his brother? You're Ace's brother? Man, we riding to death, bro. You want me to be a part of your crew? Fuck Big Mom, I'll join your crew. Well, you know what I mean. Like, obviously, he didn't say, like, he didn't ask him to join. Well, I think he did ask him to join his crew, but he shot him down right away. But, Jinbei, like, just when they all, like, just like, it was fire. It was fire. When they all actually broke out and they all made it to the ship, you know, and they're on the phone, and Luffy's, like, sitting there on the fucking snail, and he's like, hello? And they're like, yeah, we know what you're doing. He's like, this is Luffy. Gonna be king of the pirates, and fucking it was just fucking great, bro. Everybody on the ship's like, why would you say that? Why would you say that? And they're like, oh, well, we know who your accomplice is, you and Buggy the Clown or whatever, and we know Buggy was a part of Roger's crew, and, you know, he's got a warlord friend, or he's got a emperor friend Shanks and stuff like that, and, you know, you just see Luffy like, I don't care, bro. I'm going to save my brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit was just so good. So yeah, I really enjoyed Impel Down. Now we get to Marineford, and it's obviously going at peak. Marineford, at the time, I didn't think anything was going to be better than Marineford. Seeing the string of arcs leading up to it, you know, you got fucking just everything. Just seeing everything like leading up to Marineford. When it finally got to Marineford, I didn't think anything was going to be able to be better than that. I was wrong. Very wrong. But I mean, it was peak. It was peak. I have nothing to say, but it was peak. I mean, the shot, I'm going to pull it up real quick. Yeah, this shot right here, this shot, I mean, I wanted to like scream, okay? And I did scream. Seeing Luffy, like, even before that, okay, before Luffy even gets there at Marineford, you see Whitebeard show up, and he doesn't even join the battle right away, okay? Like, he sits back and he waits for a little bit, but you see everybody just like in fear of what's going to happen. I mean, you see all the 7 warlords. Gecko Defraud is back, right? And you see all of the fucking warlords lined up. Then you see all the vice admirals, and you see all the admirals, and you see Sengoku and Garp standing up there. And you just see Ace, you know, and Ace is shackled down, and they're going to execute him, and you know what's going to happen. I mean, I didn't. I at the time, I did know that Ace died. Obviously, everybody knew that fucking Ace died. Unless you were reading the manga, I assume, because when this show came out, I'm sure that by then it was already spoiled that Ace died. But they, like, the way they did this arc, it was perfection. And it was the first arc where I really realized that there will be nothing better than One Piece. You know, it takes you a while to get into it. Or it took me a while. It took me a while to get into it. It really did. I hate watched a lot of arcs. I mean, some of the best arcs too. I mean, Alabasta and Water 7 were some of the best arcs in One Piece, respectively. And I didn't want to enjoy them. I didn't want to watch them. I didn't want to enjoy them at all. But seeing Marineford, bro, and seeing everything that happened, and I mean, I can go through like a list of things, like seeing, you know, Mihawk take that one swing and Diamond Jozu just blocks it with his body. Like it was fucking nothing. Like Mihawk's a piece of shit. Like seeing that was fucking amazing. Seeing Kizaru boxing Marco, and you just see him fucking back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And you see Aokiji freeze the whole fucking ocean. And you see Akainu sitting here just shit talking and shit talking and shit talking. And everything's going on. And Luffy finally shows up, and they drop in from the fucking sky like just falling fucking angels or something, man. I don't know. Forgive me, Lord. But you just see him drop in from the sky, and Crocodile is fucking MVP Crocodile, bro. Crocodile has to be one of the MVPs of Marineford. They were about to fucking execute him, bro. They gave the order to execute him. They go down, and then you just see fucking pew, pew, fucking sand bullets just hit both of the fucking executioners, and you see both of the, you know, the executioners just drop down, and you know, they die. And then you see fucking Doflamingo again, and Doflamingo just phew, uses this fucking string, just cuts off fucking Crocodile's head. I'm like, oh my god, Crocodile's dead. And then I realized he's a fucking Logia, and Dofi didn't even use Haki. You know what I'm saying? Like, Dofi could have used armament and just killed him right then and there. But Crocodile's head just comes right back like nothing happened. And you just see everybody start fighting again and just go into fucking war. And then you think that it's over. You think that, you know, Luffy gets up there, he saves him, he's running on the fucking path, and you just see Garp like, alright, bro, I'm sorry, you know, I'm a Marine, bro. Boom! Knocks that motherfucker off the path. You know what I'm saying? And Envy... Bro, I'm getting all mixed up. You see Mr. 3 over here fighting. You see Kobe using observation for the first time. You see fucking, like, Whitebeard jump down there, and fucking Whitebeard's fighting everybody, and Whitebeard's fighting this guy, and then he's fighting this person, and then he's fighting this admiral, and then, you know, he's just sitting here fucking wreaking havoc, just fucking booming shit, and everything's just going on, and it's just such a fluid story and a fluid pace. I mean, it was just perfect. It was fucking perfect. I have nothing else. It was perfect. It was an absolute perfect arc, in my opinion. And the way that they did it, like I said, man, once Luffy gets up there and he frees Ace, and they get down and they're like fucking tag teaming everybody, and then you see him fucking back to back, and everybody's just coming at him with swords and shit like that, and fucking Ace throws Luffy's head down, and he fucking kicks the two guys, and then you see Luffy hit this guy, and Ace is hitting this guy, and just seeing them fight together for the first time was so amazing. You see all this good stuff, and then, you know, everything's over. Fucking Whitebeard Blackbeard shows up. Blackbeard fucking just shits on fucking Whitebeard. They sit there and fucking shoot him fucking a cajillion times, and then you see that, you know, you hear it. The One Piece is real. And I was losing my shit at this point, bro. Losing my shit. I'm like, yeah, the One Piece is real. I'm fucking sitting here screaming. It was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. And I don't know. There's so much more things I could say about Marineford. I could sit here and talk about Marineford for probably another hour. It was just, it made me really like truly fall in love with this show and all the characters. And then seeing that Luffy did all this and still lost Ace, you know, and everybody else that died. It was crazy, bro. It was crazy. But then we get to post-war, and I enjoyed post-war. It was okay. I don't know if I should put it in really good. You know, we're actually going to make a new tier real quick. Yeah, okay, so I had to make a new tier real quick, because this was just good. This was like, you know, I can't put it in mid/okay, and I can't put it in really good. Post-war, it was good. It was good. I enjoyed it. You know, seeing freaking Law save Luffy and Jinbei save Luffy and everything, and they take him to the what they take him back to they took him back to Amazon Lily, right? Or the island like right outside of Amazon Lily or whatever. But it was good. I enjoyed it. Shanks showing up, like, I saw, bro, Shanks showing up at Marineford, bro, like, I can't stop talking about it, but Shanks showing up to Marineford and kind of just stopping the war with his fucking face was amazing. I don't know what else to say, man. I don't know what else to say. Post-war was really good. Lore piece, you know, you saw a few things, you saw some, I can't even remember right now, because I'm so stuck on Marineford. But then we get Return to Sabaody, and I'm gonna put Return to Sabaody right above Post-war at good. It was good. It was good. You know, not much to say. They returned. One of my favorite clips from One Piece is actually during this arc when Luffy's got the mustache on and the head thing, like covering up his hat and his scar and everything, and he's like what's he say? He's like, oh, well, this is crazy. Like, I really got to get out of here or something. And I clipped that shit, and I use that to this day as a meme. You know, seeing like the fake Straw Hats like stomping around and stuff like that, it was okay. Seeing Kuma protect the Sunny, that was beautiful. That was really cool. Seeing them all reunite, you know, seeing Zoro and Luffy reunite for the first time, you know, and everything. Seeing Chopper, like, sit there. Like, Chopper really pissed me off this arc because he still believed that Luffy was Fat Luffy, like, for the entire time they were on Sabaody until he realized. But, yeah, that's that. I mean, Return to Sabaody, it was good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Now we get to Fishman Island. Yeah, Fishman Island was shit. Okay? Pacing was shit. Lore was pretty fire. Seeing Jinbei was fire. The fighting itself, pretty good, not gonna lie, but Horde made me want to quit the show, so Fishman Island's going in made me want to quit the show. We had just came off, like, back-to-back, like, back-to-back, like, string of just banger, like, little arcs into, like, the best arc, and we get to Fishman Island, and I actually can't put it in made me want to quit. We're gonna put it in hate watched, actually, because we're going to put it at the top of hate watched, because I hated watching this shit. I did. I hated watching it. I hated Horde. I hated everything that was going on in Fishman Island. I didn't want to watch it anymore. It took me about a month to get through it, and I didn't want to watch it. I don't have much to say about Fishman Island. Seeing Jinbei say, like, oh, you know, I'm going to join the crew, but I have to take care of a few things first, that was tough. The end of Fishman Island was fire. Lore piece and seeing all, like, you know, you see Joy Boy, it was Joy Boy's ship, right? Or Roger's ship. I can't remember at this, like, at the moment right now. But you see the ship, you see, all of, like, the Sea Kings and stuff like that. And you find out that Shirahoshi is one of the weapons, the ancient weapons and stuff like that. Like, that was all fire. You know, they're talking about Joy Boy, Robin going to see the Road Poneglyph and stuff like that. I enjoyed all of that. But everything that had to do with Horde, I didn't want to watch. Every time he was on the screen, it made me cringe and hate watching the show. I call him Perk Boy because he sat there and just popped pills the entire time. Now we get to Punk Hazard. Punk Hazard was okay. I didn't hate Punk Hazard. I didn't really enjoy it all that much either. I gotta put it at good. We're gonna put post-war above it for right now. But yeah, Punk Hazard was just okay. Caesar was cool. See, I didn't realize that Caesar was going to be in the rest of the show until fucking Wano, pretty much. But, seeing Caesar, like, it was cool. I didn't have too much to say about it. Punk Hazard did set up a lot, though. I'm not gonna lie. Seeing Punk Hazard, and then you go into like, you know, Dressrosa and Zoe and Whole Cake and all that stuff. Like seeing it, yeah, it was cool. Like seeing the way it's set up. Like thinking back on it, yeah, Punk Hazard was pretty good of an arc. But me watching it, it was okay. I didn't think of it. I didn't think too much of it. Dressrosa. Now this is probably gonna get me hate. But Dressrosa, I'm gonna put at the top of good. Okay. When Dressrosa was good, it was really good. When Dressrosa was bad, it was really fucking bad. The Coliseum episodes, I just didn't give a fuck about. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really care. Fujitora, introducing Fujitora as the new admiral, fire. Fujitora, gas. Like introducing Fujitora and stuff like that, absolutely fire. I really fuck with that. Sabo, seeing Sabo was awesome. Knowing that Sabo's still alive and him coming there and like seeing Luffy like fucking bawling his eyes out and like hugging, you know, Sabo's face, like, oh my god, you're alive. Where the fuck have you been? Why haven't you been in my life? You know what I'm saying? He's like sitting there just fucking bawling his eyes out, crying. It was fire. It was fire. Gear 4, fire. I really enjoyed Gear 4. Zoro had some pretty good moments in this arc as well. Sanji, you know, Sanji was in it for what? Like a few... I'm trying to think, because Sanji went to Zoe. So yeah, Sanji was in it for a little bit. It was cool. Frankie versus Senor Pink, that was gas. That was a man's fight, gentleman's fight, whatever you want to call it. That was fire. Senor Pink's backstory, dog, fire. But I don't know. I didn't care much about the arc. It was just terrible pacing. And I don't know. It was okay. It was good. It was good. It was all it was just, it was good. Zoe, really good. I actually really did like Zhao. Zoe, whatever you want to say. Lore piece, like I said, man, seeing Momonosuke and freaking finding out that Momonosuke is a fucking time traveler. Wait, you find out Momonosuke is a time traveler in Zoe, right? No. You just find out that he's Odin's son. And that he's, a thing. I don't think you find out that they're time travelers until Wano. I can't remember, but, yeah. So, like, Zoe was, it was good. It was really good. I really enjoyed Zoe. Lore piece, the Minks, all the stuff with the Minks and Jack and stuff like that. That was all cool. I liked seeing all of that. I mean, I don't have much to say about Zoe. Seeing Roger and stuff like that was all really amazing. Yeah. I don't have much to say about Zoe. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. I can't think of anything specifically that's coming to my head right now. But yeah, now we get the Whole Cake. Okay? Whole Cake, peak. Peak fucking arc. Do I even have to say anything else? Can I just move on to the Revelry? Peak arc. Slow pacing, not gonna lie. Pacing was kind of ass. Fire. Katakuri versus Luffy made me want to fucking bust a nut. Okay? Greatest, one, like probably the best choreographed fight in One Piece, before Act 3 of Wano. Okay, before Act 3 of Wano, Katakuri versus Luffy was probably the greatest fight in all of One Piece. I mean, like, it spanned for like 30 episodes, which was, you know, kind of long, but when he finally went Gear 4 and seeing Katakuri fall on his back and stuff like that, all of it, fucking beautiful, bro. Beautiful. I mean, like, I don't know what else to say, okay? I'm losing my train of thought right now. But Whole Cake, do I even have to say anything else? It was peak. If you don't think Whole Cake was peak, I don't know. There's something wrong with you, man. Sanji and everything that happened with Sanji in that fucking arc, bro. You find out Sanji's fucking been abused his whole life. You find out Sanji's been fucking has a terrible dad. He fucking been running away from all of his fucking trauma. Dude, fucking beautiful, bro. Beautiful fucking arc. I don't know what else to say. Okay, I don't know what else to say. Whole Cake was fire. Whole Cake, it was really good. It was really fucking good. I don't know. I don't know what else. I don't know what else to say. I'm sorry. I don't know what else to say. Whole Cake was fucking gas. Now we get to the Revelry. The Revelry was good. It's just gonna go in good. I'm not gonna say much about it. Lore piece, dude. Lore piece. Imu Sama, freaking everything that happened with Imu. Yeah. But you know what? I'm actually gonna go back a minute because thinking about Whole Cake more, dude. It low-key gets me excited. Big Mom and seeing Big Mom, like, oh my gosh, I totally forgot to even mention this back on Fishman Island when, what's his name? Tamago, I think, right? And Peckham's. When you see them show up to Fishman Island and they're like, yeah, where are my fucking treats at, bitch? And, you know, everybody's like panicking, like, oh my god, we have to get Big Mom's treats. And Luffy's just like, yo, who the fuck this is? And fucking Luffy's like just sits there and whips his dick out and fucking just is sitting here arguing with Big Mom, a fucking emperor. And he's like, yo, when I see you, bitch, when I see you, I'ma slap the shit out you, bitch. You know, and he's just like sitting here fucking arguing with Big Mom on the phone. That shit was gas, bro. And then seeing that shit come full circle and Luffy just not fighting Big Mom, that shit was hard, bro. Like, seeing Big Mom's durability and stuff like that, and her armament and all that good stuff, and her conquerors and her going crazy and shit like that. And when she was chasing down the Straw Hats, like, that shit was gas. I'm sorry that I had to, like, it took me a minute to click and register of everything that happened in Whole Cake. But, oh, Brook, the MVP of Whole Cake. Bro, he sat there and fought Big Mom, bro. And he called her ass young lady. He was like, yeah, don't worry about this shit, young lady. Bitch, this motherfucker was putting, bro, he was going, fucking, he wasn't going toe-to-toe with Big Mom. I can't say that. But he was fighting Big Mom, bro. Like, that shit was gas. Luffy didn't even want to fight Big Mom. Well, I mean, he did, but he didn't actually get to. Yeah, Whole Cake, fire. Now we get to Wano. So much shit happened in Wano. I wish it broke it up into the 3 parts, but Wano's just got to go and peak. As a whole, I don't think I would put part 1, Act 1 of Wano in peak, but Act 2 and 3 were really good. I enjoyed the raid. Man. I enjoyed the raid, and I enjoyed everything. Just the entire, like, Wano felt like its own show, and everything coming together from all that was going on, you know, seeing Big Mom get there and stuff like that, and, like, just seeing everything come full circle for Wano, it felt like Marineford Part 2. You know, they have, like, a string of just all these arcs after the time skip, and they're all leading to Wano, and you know it's coming, and you know Kaido's going to be the villain, and you know Kaido's going to be tough. And to see Luffy go Gear 4 right away, when he first, like, fights Kaido, and just, like, shits on Kaido, and he's beating his ass, and then Kaido sobers up, and he just one-shots him. Like, that shit had me, like, oh my god, Luffy's not prepared. He's not ready for this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's still not ready. Advanced armament, I didn't have advanced armament at the time, but he had good conquerors, advanced observation, some good armament, and he still wasn't prepared. Like, I was like, how the fuck are they gonna beat this guy Kaido? And you see, like Yamato and all of, like, Odin's backstory. All of Odin's backstory was just beautifully, like, the way it, like, I think it spanned. I think Odin's backstory was a little too long. I feel like they could have shortened it up some. But all of Odin's backstory was amazing. You know, Oroichi, I hated him. I absolutely fucking hated him. I hated him so much. I thought, like, he was probably the worst villain in the show besides Hordy. And I hated him. I can't say anything else. But seeing Momonosuke grow up and stuff like that, and when when he turned into a big boy and he turned into the pink dragon and stuff like that, like, seeing all of that was just so great. Luffy going Gear 5, I mean, how can I not mention that? Luffy going Gear 5 was just absolute peak cinema. There's so much I could talk about with Wano, but we'd be sitting here for another 45 minutes probably. And I'm just gonna try to think of some highlights real quick. Give me a second. So thinking about it, some of my favorite parts were obviously Luffy versus Kaido, Gear 5 Luffy versus Kaido and stuff like that. Zoro versus King, that was amazing. A peak fight. Great, amazing fight. Queen versus Sanji, another amazing fight. Robin versus Black Maria. What the fuck, bro? Robin awakened her fruit, and, bro, I'm telling you right now, if Robin had hockey, bro, I say it all the time, if Robin had hockey, she'd be top 3 in the Straw Hats. Top 5 in the Straw Hats. I didn't even say top 3. But, dude, Robin was fucking putting belt to ass out there, bro. Brook, bro, seeing Marco and everything show up, and, you know, one of the hardest scenes that I can remember was Marco standing there, and he's like, man, I've hogged the spotlight a little too much. It's time for the real star of the show. And he just ducks down, and you see Zoro come out there, all 3 fucking swords just swinging on shit, bro. I actually enjoyed, one of the other parts that I enjoyed was the ice, like the Onis, the ice Onis, and seeing, like, Hyogoro go prime again and beating Hyogoro Prime's beating everybody's ass and shit like that. Like, that shit was tough, bro. I didn't really enjoy the prison part, but, you know, it was just okay. Wano was such a long arc, and just such a well-written arc that it didn't really, I didn't mind it. You know, I didn't mind that I didn't enjoy it, if that makes sense. But yeah, I mean, I'm probably forgetting things that I want to talk about, but I like, we've been here for almost an hour now, so I'm gonna try to get this video done. I just want to wrap it up with saying that One Piece is probably most likely in my top 3 shows of all time, and I've seen a lot of television and a lot of anime. Well, I haven't seen a lot of anime, but I've seen a lot of television. And to say One Piece is in my top 3, I mean, yeah, it probably is. I think Attack on Titan is probably my favorite show of all time. Anime and live action, all of it wrapped up into one. I believe that Attack on Titan is probably my favorite show of all time, but I do feel like One Piece is probably at my 2, man. With all that being said, I love you guys, man. If you guys agreed with anything I had to say, let me know in the comments. If you disagree with anything I had to say, let me know in the comments. I'm sure a lot of you guys are going to hate that I put Thriller Bark so high, but I thought Thriller Bark was amazing. It's just me. I'm sorry. But here's my final list. It's right here. You know, think of it what you want to think of it. It's my opinion, personal opinion. You know, you can't hate on me for having my personal opinion, but thank you guys, man. Thank you guys so much for watching this. I hope you guys enjoyed. I love you guys so much. Peace out.